Hey there, podcast lovers. Looking for a fresh take on the world? Tune into Nikki's World, where we dive into everything hitting the headlines and chat about just what's on our minds. No filters, just real talk. Whether you're sipping your morning coffee or unwinding after a long day, Nikki's World is your go-to for genuine commentary on the real world. Subscribe now if you want to hear the real deal on what's going on. Join the conversation on Nikki's World, where every episode feels like catching up with an old friend. Don't miss out.
What's up, y'all? Let's do this. Hi, guys. Welcome to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host. And today, guys, we got to talk about the winning and the tariff war in this country. Because, my God, man, I can't take any more winning, man. We're winning so much, my blood pressure is going through the roof. But we're going to talk about that and so much more. But before we go any further, guys, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, seriously, y'all, seriously. Can y'all please consider donating a cup of coffee? Because for a price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and Cumberland Farms, guys, you guys help keep this podcast show alive. You guys help me curate more stories, more topics like this to talk about. I do accept Bitcoin donations. I am on Ko-fi, guys. If you guys want to support, sponsor, and donate Nikki's World. If you guys love Nikki's World so much, seriously, y'all, please hit that like, subscribe, please give me a review. Good, bad, and the ugly. Also, guys, I do have a bunch of affiliate links. First off is minds.com. If you guys value freedom of speech like I do and the right to speak freely without fear of censorship, you guys can join me on minds.com. Also, guys, if you guys value your right to self defense, but in a less lethal manner, you guys can buy a burner pistol in the link in the description below. Full disclaimer, guys, I do own a burner LE pistol myself. Also, guys, if you know anyone who wears adult diapers like I do, you guys can buy their diapers through North Shore Medical Supply. They have top of the line diapers like the North Shore Mega Max diaper. So if you guys know anybody that needs adult diapers like I do, you guys can buy them through North Shore Medical Supply. Full links in the description below. And before we get the show on the road, literally, guys, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, I seriously, y'all, can y'all please consider sharing this across all the social media platforms that are out there today? Whoo-wee, wow, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Whoo-wee. That was a fucking freaking mouthful. That was, guys. That was a freaking mouthful. And I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that was a lot. And also, guys, that was a lot this weekend. I mean, this weekend while I was doing homework, doing my Con Ed, guys. And oh, by the way, guys, I'm diapered up as always, right? So, as always, guys, this weekend was a fucking whirlwind. I mean, holy shit. First off, we fired off a trade war with Mexico, Canada, and China. We started putting tariffs on everything that was coming in from Mexico and Canada to the US. Holy shit. It set off a shit storm like no fucking tomorrow. And then at the same time, cryptocurrency started to seem like a huge sell off where people from what? Canada, Mexico were trying to short sell crypto and they were dropping like crypto like a rock. I was looking at that while I was playing Call of Duty last night, and I was like, holy shit, there's a huge sell off on crypto right now. I mean, holy cow. But yeah, and then now come Monday, Mexico had a nice chit chat with Mr. Trump. Now the tariffs on Mexico are going to get put on hold for a month while Rubio and his economic team are going to hash out a negotiation deal. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I can take any more winning, man. I've been taking so many winnings from Mr. Trump right now that my blood pressure is going through the roof. I mean, literally, I had to change how many diapers to over the amount of winning that Mr. Trump is doing to this country. Man, I don't know if my trash bin can take all that winning from it, man. I'm telling you, man, the amount of diapers I had to change from like all the winnings that Mr. Trump has done. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. Seriously. Seriously, oh my God. But I'm telling you this right now, man. That is what the art of the deal is. You make it so bad that they have to come back to the table and make a deal. They have to come back and say, okay, Mr. Trump, you win, we'll make a deal with you. Yeah. So now like this, guys, you got Mexico who is now about to make a deal with Mr. Trump on trade, border security. Yeah. Meanwhile, in sissy liberal Canada with their with the with the with the soy bitch sissy boy Justin Trudeau over there. It's like 600 miles from where I live in Connecticut to the Canadian border. You got that soy bitch up there who's trying to act like he's tough, but because of his lack of testosterone and all, my God, ladies and gentlemen, my God, that soy bitch of a boy. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. He does not know what he's dealing with. But I am telling you this right now, guys. He does not know who he is fucking around with. And I'm telling you this, and I'm gonna say this even further. J- His sissy boy Justin Trudeau. You think your nicely worded press release is going to convince Mr. Trump? Well, I'm telling you this right now. You can go F yourself. You can go F yourself for all I care. You can. Because I'm telling you this, man. I'm telling you this right now. We made a deal with Mexico. Mexico caved in. hmm Mexico caved in. You, on the other hand, you and your what? You and your provincial governments, like like Rob Ford out of Ontario, wants to ban our products in in your province, and then at the same time, you got that provincial governor in what like British Columbia saying he wants to ban like U.S. exports. Telling you, man, Canada does not know who they are fucking around with. Canada does not know because Canada. You think you're gonna act tough in front of us? Here's the reality of this tariff war with Canada. Canada needs us more than we need them. Canada cannot survive without the United States of America because we import all our stuff to them. They don't export their stuff to us. They need us more than we need them. And if Canada wants to slap tariffs on our stuff, we can slap tariffs even further. And then we can take this one step further, Canada. You know how? Simple. We can block you from buying all US made weapons and components. Anything that you buy overseas that has a US made component, we can veto the living fucking daylights out of you. We can say, no, no, don't sell it to the Canadians. Don't sell it to them. If they want to buy, say, the Joss Gripen 39 is a Swedish fighter. Say if they want to buy that Swedish fighter, I hate to say this. I hate to say this. The earlier Gripen fighters don't have the US engine. The newer ones do. Since it has a US made engine, we can veto the sale, no problem. We can say, no, we're not going to allow you to sell that to Canada. So we can literally cut the Canadians out. We can literally tell them, no, you can't sell them this, you can't sell them that. All they'll have to use their remaining stockpile. It's that simple. So that means they would have to go to France for the Rafale fighter, or the UK for the Typhoon, because all those fighters what carry what European weapons and not U.S. made, so they can go to them. But Canada, we love the Canadian people, don't get me wrong. But it's just that their Canadian government wants to act like a sissy soy bitch. So it's a matter of saying like this: Canada, fix your government. Yeah, we like the Canadian people, don't get me wrong. The Canadian people we like. But it's just that their Canadian government is run by far left liberals that want to tax their citizens to the bone. They want to tax them to the 10th degree over everything. And this is why I go like this. If Castro Jr. wants to take this trade war even further, I'm going to give you a fair warning right now. He doesn't know who he's messing with. He thinks that like Trump is a pushover. I'm gonna tell you right now, Trump ain't no pushover. When he wants something done, he gets it done. And it don't matter who, what, when, or where. But when he wants it done, ladies and gentlemen, he gets it done. And I will tell you this right now, guys. Castro Jr. doesn't know what he's doing. He thinks that, oh, slapping tariffs on America is going to hurt us. It ain't going to hurt us. It's going to hurt him more than it hurts us. We're going to come out winning in the end. Look at Mexico, for example, Castro Jr. We got Mexico to relent. Now you want to stand up and be the big boy while you sit like cross-legged like a soy bitch that you are. Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's why people. And then you got and then on top of that, you got that provincial governor Rob Ford, I believe, out of Ontario, Canada. He ended a contract with Elon Musk's Starlink in protests to what? The Trump tariffs. You know, he was like Rob Ford. You're hurting your own people. Okay, you're hurting the people who need like vital internet services, but you want to play along with your sissy soy boy. Telling you, man, we could escalate the trade war with Canada. We could escalate it by what? Ending ending support for all the current weapon systems that the Canadians have brought from us, such as let me see what the P what was it the P3 the CP-144, which is their version of our P3 Orion, the CF-18, which is our version of the FA-18 Hornet, the CH-47 that they brought from us, and then the two programs that they paid for that we can kick them out of. What is what the P8, I believe, the P8, and other is the F-35. Hmm, we can kick them out of that. Canada, you want to escalate the trade war? We can boot you out of all the military programs that you you take part of or that you brought into. Like say, let me see, the F-35, the P8, and then end support for the CH-47. Telling you, telling you, Canada, play hardball and see how bad we can play hardball too. Play hardball. See how bad that you find out that you can't get the Gripen because the Gripen has US made parts, and then have to go source elsewhere for a fighter, like say the Rafale or the Typhoon. So either way, ladies and gentlemen, it would put Canada in a bad position. Like say for example, if they wanted submarines from us, if they wanted submarines, but be able to use our Mark 48 AdCap torpedoes, we would block them. We'd say, no, you go get your own torpedoes. You go to Europe and buy torpedoes from them. Canada wants to play hardball, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm telling you this as I'm standing here in my diaper and t-shirt, we can play hardball as well. And we can hit hard and dirty. Because we all know Canadian soy bitches up there allow men who cosplay as women to trample Canadian women, their civil rights. It's kind of funny, really. You got like soy bitches up there who basically pander to men with 6-inch dicks and cosplay as a girl. Yeah. What's that one guy? I believe his name, he's in British Columbia. His name is what? Yannick? Like Jonathan Yannick? That dude who pretends to be a girl wanted wanted like beauty salons to wax his balls and wanted what? Wanted like to use the women's bathroom when he had a 6-inch dick and then wanted to fake being disabled. That's who Canada caters to, ladies and gentlemen. That's who the Canadians cater to. Americans cater, cater to real women who have vagina, good sized boobs, and knows how to shoot a gun. That's who Americans cater to. But I'm telling you this, man. I'm telling you this. Justin Trudeau right now is basically playing with fire. He is literally, ladies and gentlemen, literally playing with fire. And I tell you this right now, that guy doesn't know what he's doing. And quite frankly, guys, that guy is setting himself up royally. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, if I were the Canadian people, I would start questioning everything. I would literally be saying like this: why are you doing this? You know what I mean? Why? Why? You know? Why? But the fact of the matter is, guys, the fact of the matter is that if you look at what's going on in Canada and you look at what's going on here right now, and I'm sorry if I repeated the other couple of times, guys. My apologies. I was doing something at the same time. But I'm trying to say like this, guys. Canada is simply playing with fire. They want to escalate a trade war like us. They're going to get a trade war that they're never going to get. They're going to get a trade war that they're going to lose royally. And when they lose royally, ladies and gentlemen, they lose. And they lose so badly that I'm going to tell you this right now. There is no way the Canadian government's ever going to recover. There is no way. There is no way. But to me, I know, let me see, the last time I've been to Canada was what? In the 80s? And it was a different time. But now Canada is like, ugh, really, ugh. But Canada is now run by what? Sissy liberals who think that men are women, women are men, that men can do this and this and this. No wonder why Canada can't even punch its weight. Here's the funny thing, guys. Here's the start thing. Canada is a NATO country. Okay? Canada is obligated under NATO and under Article 5 to help its allies out. Funny thing is, Canada does not put its GDP towards defense. They only put 2%. Most NATO countries now are being forced to put 5% of their GDP towards defense. Canada only put like what, 2%? But yet they want to be a major player in NATO. And then I sit there and I go like this. This is why we're at the trade war we're in. Because Canada doesn't want to put they don't want to put their like GDP towards defense. They want to put their what? their Green New Deal, their Paris Accord crap. No. This is why this is why Trump is right about the trade war. Canada is not doing enough for their defense. But yet they want us to do all the work for them? Fuck you. Fuck you. No way. You know what I mean? Fuck that. That's why we're at the trade war we're with Canada right now. That's why we are. But I tell you this, I am glad that we are finally exposing the grift that the Canadian government has pulled on us. And finally, we are exposing how a liberal government is destroying a country. Yeah, we literally are, ladies and gentlemen. We literally are exposing it. And I would not be surprised at all. I would not, guys. But I'm telling you this right now. Canada wants to escalate a trade war with America. I give you advice, Canada. Don't go to war with Elon or Trump, because you would lose royally. You would lose to the 10th degree. You would lose like no tomorrow. You literally would, guys. You literally would. That's why I sit there, and when I saw this weekend, and I was like this, playing Call of Duty and going, what the fuck are these Canadians trying to do? Start a trade war with America? I mean, we're slapping tariffs on Canada because Canada isn't doing enough to stop fentanyl from coming into America, but then allowing like people to flood Canada and then flood into the United States. Fuck no, man. Fuck no. That's why we slap tariffs on. That's why we slap tariffs on Canada. That's why we went after the Canadian government, and that's why Mr. Trump is going after them. That's why we are winning. Okay, this is why we are winning so much that I can't. That my stomach can't take that much more winning, Mr. Trump. I'm at a point where we're gonna have to pump the brakes on the winning. Give us a break, because we're taking in so much winning. I'm trying to keep up with all the winnings that we're doing. I'm trying to keep up with all this stuff. I literally am, but the amount of winnings that we are doing, oh my lord, with the trade war and all this, there's basically like this. There's no rest between each winning that we're doing. It's like one win after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. Sooner or later, my diaper can't take it. My diaper is gonna be like, man, I can't take all this winning. I can't take all this, man. I'm gonna need. I gotta have like a halftime between the winnings. There's gotta be like half. We're at the halftime. We're gonna recoup, recover, and then keep on winning and winning and winning. Man, the winnings continue, ladies and gentlemen. The winnings continue, and they continue in the worst way. But I will tell you this, guys: when we win, the country wins. Then the states win. Your neighborhood wins. When we win at the national level, we win at the state, county, local, neighborhood level. We win regardless. We win no matter what. So either way, guys, we win. Either way. We really do. We really do. One thing I want to talk about is like this about the USAID. I am glad Trump, Elon Musk, and Doge is cleaning USAID out. Because USAID, ladies and gentlemen, has been nothing more than a leftist psyop propaganda department. They've been using the left and Democrats have been using USAID to further push their leftist ideology, like saying they want to push like transgenderism in Latin America. They want to push like what cross dressing in Asia. It's not in line with what a president wants. It's not in line what Congress wants. But USAID has been running as a what? A de facto government. And there was no oversight, no congressional oversight into where the money is going, who is responsible for this. I'm glad we have Doge running this game. I'm glad for a reason. I'm glad. The reason for this, guys, the reason for this, and I'm so grateful for this, guys, is that I look at it like this. If you look at what's going on with USAID, how the left has been using it as their money laundering operation, how they wanted to launder money away from what is intended and instead use it to funnel money to Democrat organizations and Democrat led non governmental organizations. I'm glad. I'm glad. Doge right now, ladies and gentlemen, is literally, and I mean literally eating them alive. And I mean, holy cow. They are literally eating USAID alive. Come to find out, like with USAID, holy cow. I mean, holy cow. The amount of money that was being laundered through USAID to non government organizations, who then in turn funneled the money back to Democrat politicians. I'm glad we got. I'm glad we're seeing the shit out of this. I am glad, and I do apologize, guys, if you see the alerts and all that from my phone. I'm glad. I'm sorry about that. So I do apologize, but like I said, I am glad we're getting rid of USAID. USAID in its present form has been corrupted. Now come today, ladies and gentlemen. President Trump just literally put AID back in the hands of Secretary Marco Rubio, who will now be not only the Secretary of State, but also the administrator for USAID, which means everything will have to go through Secretary Rubio. So, in a sense, even though we wanted a USAID shutdown, which is good, but now that we are basically putting it back in the hands of the Secretary of State and not be an independent agency, that means it comes under more scrutiny. That means it comes under more congressional oversight. That means USAID can no longer launder their money out of the country. They can't. They can't launder their aid to Ukraine anymore. I'm sorry, the ATM in America is closed. So to all the countries that were dependent upon USAID, sorry, the ATM's closed. It's closed until further notice, which means we're reshuffling the deck. We're basically reorganizing. hmm So yeah, this is one of our reorganizations that we are doing. And thank God Doge is finding out that USAID is rotten to the core, and that the only thing that's left is full of worms. And once the worms have been exposed, shit, it's basically they're trying to scurry away as fast as they can. But then you have Democrats who are trying to salvage it, trying to save USAID and say, oh, this program's important. This program's what we need for this and this and this. They don't explain what they need it for. But instead they're admitting that they're using USAID to launder money. They literally are. So it's essentially, guys, we're winning. We're winning because we're exposing it. And it's like this. If you have to go on a press conference to say you want USAID back to where it is, that means you're guilty of fun, of money laundering. That means you're guilty of funneling money through USAID. That means you're literally that guilty of doing that. Doesn't that sound suspicious, ladies and gentlemen? Doesn't it sound suspicious that a government agency is being used by Democrats to funnel taxpayers' dollars to NGOs and then circle back to them, all without the taxpayers knowing about it? It sounds strange, ladies and gentlemen. It really does. It sounds strange that they are allowing this, that they are okay with this, that they are in an agreement with this. It does. But to me, guys, the question always remains, what the fuck are they doing with our tax dollars? Is that every time you ask a question about that to USAID, they often say, "Well, we don't answer to you. We don't answer to you." Well, you do answer to us because you use our taxpayer dollars, and we have a right to know where it's being used, where it's being spent, and who is using that and who is funding that. We have a right to know. And the problem is the left wants to act like they don't have a right to know. They want to act like that. But it's kind of funny that they do. It is. It's kind of funny. But the one problem I see with USAID, ladies and gentlemen, is that they've been corrupt. And now that the corruption has been exposed, now you got the rats fleeing a sinking ship. You got the rats fleeing like no tomorrow. You really do. You really do. And I'm glad that Doge is doing this. And I am glad that we are exposing corruption and inefficiency and waste in government. We are literally finally, and I mean, thank God for this, we are finally opening the books and everyone to see. We are finally exposing what is going on in this country. And that is something that we as American citizens need to do. Man, that is something I want to say is like this. By exposing corruption and what Doge is doing, I support Doge. I support Elon Musk. You know, the funny thing is, Elon Musk has what? Some of the most talented autistic engineers working for him, working to expose waste and fraud in government. Oh my God. This gives to the whole new meaning of weaponized autism to a whole new level. It really, really do, guys. It really does. But I tell you, man, it really exposes it. It really does. And I'm glad that they're doing it. But anyway, guys, I want to talk about this from the Hartford Current. Connecticut state budget. Amid Trump attacks on woke, Lamont worried about going broke. I'm going to say this as I said this yesterday. Connecticut has gone so woke that going broke is the least of their. It's like going woke is the least of their worries. What worries them and scares them is going broke. And when they go broke, ladies and gentlemen, they go broke. And I will tell you this right now. Connecticut going woke is one step further, is one step away from going broke. Quite simply, ladies and gentlemen, Connecticut's a state that goes woke so much that they are one crisis away from going broke. And when that happens, ladies and gentlemen, all hell will break loose in the state. People are going to be like, why'd you go woke so much? Why this? Why this? Why this? Next thing you know, you're going to see people with pitchforks and at the state capitol demanding answers. And I tell you this right now, those answers are going to have to come sooner rather than later. They really do. But yeah, the state, they're worried about going broke. They're worried because you know why? Their wokeness is what's keeping them in power in the state. Sooner or later, ladies and gentlemen, going broke is going to be their huge problem. Yeah. So to me, ladies and gentlemen, for them to go woke is going to be is one thing. For them to go broke is going to be a nightmare that no horror writer will ever publish because it's not a sight to see. It's not something that you want to talk about in horror films and all that. It's not. But to me, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it is something they don't want to talk about. It is something they do not want to digest. They don't. But I know this. Connecticut's about to go from woke to broke. And you want my money on this, ladies and gentlemen? They're gonna go broke if Trump has his way. And if that happens, ladies and gentlemen, the state is cooked. The state is done. They are literally finished. Okay? So that's why, guys, Connecticut is one step away from going woke to broke. And when that happens, people are gonna flee the state like rats from a sinking ship. People are, guys. People are. But I will tell you this, folks. When the state goes broke, you're gonna see infighting in the left like no tomorrow. You literally are. Yeah, you literally are. Wow, that was a good show, guys. That was a good show. But anyway, guys, I thank you for listening to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host. I will see y'all soon. Bye for now. You just listened to an episode of Nikki's World. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all soon. Bye for now.